Hello guys, I'm Kyle from ThisIsDrive, and today we are going to review the 2019 BMW X4 30i xDrive. Now, we're going to give you a full in-depth review. We're going to go ahead, go on the exterior of the vehicle, give you a full walkthrough, a very detailed interior overview, including tech features as well. And then we're going to take it for a little drive and give you some final wrap-up thoughts. So let's get started. Now, as you guys can see straight off the bat, I mean, the X4 resembles somewhat to the X3, although they claim the X4 is going to be obviously a sportier variant of the X3, and you can even just tell that right off from its more coupe-like looks. It's more of like a hot hatch-looking SUV, definitely not something that we expect to see too often, but with people buying SUVs quicker and faster than ever and willing to pay the price, these are the kind of cars that we're getting. Now, obviously, you know, it's a BMW, so we have the standard kidney grille. I really do like, you know, the overall vehicle profile on this one. I think it does look, you know, very sporty, and definitely can help people lead an active lifestyle versus that, you know, that car, because of, you know, the extra cargo space that we get and things of that nature. Now, it does have really nice looking daytime LED running lights. You know, they're the signature BMW LEDs, as you can see here. And then right below here, we have some fog lights as well, LEDs, of course, too. And backing up, you know, you guys can just see the nice, you know, it's a very nice side profile from this vehicle. Now, they've really done a lot on the exterior rear design here. I really do like what they've done with it. So it definitely looks, you know, very distinct and very different. You know, before the first gen X4, it was nice looking, but it definitely, you know, was very similar to the other vehicles in the lineup. Where I believe now with this fresh update, it's really coming into its own. It's a very distinct model from BMW, the X4 here. I do like, of course, the dual rear exhaust. I do like, again, how the tips come out there. It looks very good, very sporty. The rear taillights here do wrap around the sides nicely, and then at nighttime, you know, they look pretty cool. Again, very distinct vehicle. It's almost like, you know, obviously it's like a hot hatch, again, you know, SUV. It's very different. We really like that. Plenty of cargo space to open it up. You just do that with the BMW logo. And then, as you can see here, you know, lots of space. These seats do fold down each side, so it's plenty of room. And then this, of course, can come off as well, and you can have a full thoroughfare there for all of your space. Up here, you know, it's nice to give us the option, you know, we can lock it or just close it. And there you go. Nice quick motion. You don't have to wait too long for that to happen. But yeah, I mean, obviously to each his own, but I really do like how this one looks. And this is more of the base version, right? So it's just the standard X line, as you can see, which is signified right here. So we have, of course, you know, the M Sport and things like that too, which we can get. Now, these seats very comfortable, as you can see here by the controls. Now, this is, of course, our lumbar standard adjustments, but this one right here actually will bring in the side bolsters there a little bit. So if you're driving, you know, in a more sporty fashion, you want to be held in, there's that. Also up front here, we have our extendable leg rest right there. So it's manual, just push it in, and there you go. We're going to head and step inside the vehicle. You can also see the X is imprinted right here in the door panel. Nice touch. Get to all of that in a second. So the interior of the X4 is very well done. Now, everything inside feels, obviously it's been very well put together. These door handles, they're perfectly lined up with the rest of the trim, and all of the plastic pieces, they fit so well together. Excellent quality. Of course, we have 1 and 2 driver's seat memory here. We have, you know, speakers here, down here, and in the other side as well. Now, I will note though, you know, this is the bass sound system, and it is, you know, it's solid, it's good, very clear. You're not getting a ton of bass, but it does sound good. Again, love the design. Here, I'm going to go ahead and open the door here again, just to kind of show you guys. I really do like this design, how it wraps around down into the side panel here. And this, again, the quality of the stitching is very good. And the leather, they put it all the way up into here, so it's actually up in here. Again, this is sort of those nice touches that BMW does to go the extra mile. Again, you can notice how well this is all integrated in here. Nice LED strips for at nighttime. You can change the coloring for ambient lighting. Let's go ahead and start it up. So, gauge display, really a big fan of it. Before, they looked a little bit too like it was something that was going to be in like a Halo video game, but since then they have really done a lot with the gauges. I think they look really good these days. So they're still classic, but obviously have a nice modern twist to them as well. So they sort of incorporate, as you can see there, a screen, but also some actual physical parts in there as well. Now, if we change it to, for instance, Eco Pro mode, the gauges turn into a blue, more blue there, and it shows us right here that what kind of fuel economy we're getting and how much we're putting back into the tank from being in that Eco Pro mode. Sport mode obviously changes to red. Looks really cool. They follows, you can see the outline, and also it sounds much better as well. Now, then of course standard mode. Steering wheel here, very nice, very comfortable. It's the new standard for BMW steering wheels. On this model here, we have standard cruise control, not distance guided. We have our paddle shifters, which are integrated nicely into the back of the steering wheel, very easy to use. And then with this 8-speed automatic transmission, it shifts very quick. It's nice to use those. Heated steering wheel button right there. In BMW fashion, it's activated and deactivated. We have our light controls down here. Nice buttons. It feels, again, very solid, this whole car. Very solid vehicle. Moving over here to the iDrive system, we have a lot going on here. It's the latest version. It's very good. I love how they've incorporated the touch as well. It's very responsive and super easy to use. Now, one thing I want to note is just how cool this function is. So we have the optional cameras. So we get an extended amount of cameras here. So for instance, we want to park the car. It will show us in this screen right here what it is. It's incredible. Now let's say, hey, I want to see out a little bit more. There you go. I mean, this is next level. This is just so incredible. It can show you every angle you could possibly want to help you park your car. Again, look at it. It's incredible. And then, hey, let's say you want a side profile. That's fine too. I mean, it's just fun every time to turn that on. It's just so incredible. It's just very cool. Job well done, BMW. Back to the navigation. Very easy to use. And also what it does is allows us to quickly find our destination within the system. So in our new destination, the quick search function works very well. Always easy to find exactly the destination that you're looking for, which can be a problem sometimes with other systems. Climate control, standard BMW climate control. It's dual zone with adjustable auto mode, which is always a nice feature to have. BMW's been obviously doing that for a long time. They're one of the people who actually started doing that. So props to them for that. X4 logo in here. We have a couple of cup holders, some wireless charging. Then if you don't want to look at that, this will go ahead and cover that all right up. Standard controller here these days for BMW vehicles. Drive, sport mode, manual mode. And then of course you can also adjust it when you're in that in the paddle shifters. You just press this to go all the way up in reverse, and then of course P to park. Downhill descent control, cameras, it also will show us our distance, how close we are to certain objects. In reverse, it does show us a 360-degree bird's eye view camera. Again, there are the different modes which signify what drive mode you want to be in. In sport, you can also customize it exactly how you want. So for instance, if I go here, go into comfort mode, go to sport mode, we can configure the individual mode, which I've already done. So engine actually will show very bright red in Sport Plus. It's more of an orangey red. Just those little details that BMW has. Fun stuff. There's also sport displays. So if we want to see what kind of torque and horsepower is being put down as we're driving down the road. That will do that right there. Cool thing again. So yeah, overall the interior, very comfortable place to be, very luxurious. I do really love the sort of burgundy red that we have on the inside. It's very good. Again, the nice aluminum paneling trim on the inside. But yeah, overall, you know, excellent vehicle. I think it's really distinctive in the segment. There's really only one offering from Mercedes-Benz, which is their coupe-like SUV, which can even really touch this. So, you know, again, very distinctive. I think it's great for people that are looking for, you know, something a little bit different. But hey, without further ado, let's go ahead and take it for a spin. So, you know, I'd say this car really drives, you know, a lot like it looks, and what I mean by that is it is very dynamic. It's going to drive a little more sporty than an X3. It has a little more of a low center of gravity, and it's really good. It's really good with acceleration. Even in this base 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, again, specs below for both the 30i and the 40. The 40 is just going to be a 6-cylinder turbocharged versus the 4-cylinder turbocharged that we are driving here today. Both can be, you know, all-wheel drive with the xDrive. We also both have the 8-speed automatic transmission, which, by the way, is absolutely fantastic. This 8-speed in this BMW, oh my god, BMW always has done a phenomenal job with their transmissions, and let me tell you, this right here is definitely no exception at all. I mean, the 8-speed is just so quick to shift when you want it to. And then also, you know, when you want it in comfort mode and you just want to have, you know, more of a relaxed driving experience, that's exactly what it provides. So just props to them on such a phenomenal automatic transmission. And then within the sport modes, as I was showing you before, there's also 3 settings for the transmission. There's, you know, standard, which is comfort, sport, and then sport plus. And sport plus, I mean, this thing will downshift into the 5,000 RPM like right near red line. It's pretty impressive, really fun to do. Now, handling on this car, again, especially right now we're in sport mode. Very good suspension, very competent when driving on the road. I'd say it has slightly less road feel than perhaps some of the Audi offerings and Mercedes offerings. However, on the flip side of that, it's still, you know, incredibly competent. The back end follows really tightly around the curves and corners. Anything you want to throw at it, it's right there to do. And again, just the responsiveness of this powertrain, coupled that with the transmission, impressive. That's all I have to say. Now, fuel economy is very good as well. Again, all that down there in the description. But, you know, we're hitting around the, you know, the low 30s on the highway with the 4-cylinder, and again, you're still getting all of this really good performance out of it. So, you know, again, they do offer the 6-cylinder if you want a little bit more go power. But at the end of the day, you know, how much are you actually going to use that? Not always a ton, and this is still plenty powerful. Well, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed my review on the 2019 BMW X4. Please, any questions you have, leave them in the comment section below. I'll be happy to get to them very quickly.